Hello, synergistic tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Renaissance with me, BlueAnkylo, and our team of misfits who may be a bit anti-synergistic, not the best composition in my opinion. But this is our group. We got ourselves a Beastmaster who can catch stuff. We got a Rude Knight who can make himself use elemental spells, even when it doesn't matter. And we've got an Elementalist who gets lots of magic that doesn't do a lot. And then we've got a, a Summoner who can do some really cool things and then barely ever do any damage because they take too long. So the support spells on the Summoner are totally fine. But anyway, for today, we are looking for our last of our summons, hopefully to this episode. We also need to finish the quest for the Rune Knight at some point. I'm not excited about that. And that's it. I think we do have the Blessed Bell, which in theory makes all of our geomancy pretty darn potent. Definitely a lot easier to use when every element is buffed, rather than just, you know, the ones you're in right now that the enemies are resistant to. You know, the classic flaw of geomancy is, while in the river, you can use water magic that all the river monsters resist, you know. Classic. Now, that's not to say I can't do... There's some planes. Something a little bit more clever, and this is perhaps the biggest flaw for me with Geomancers and Beastmasters, is I haven't been very good at preparing, like... Music's a little bit loud today, I think. Alright, sorry about that. So, in theory, you know, you should be sampling effective stuff in advance. So if we're going to go somewhere new, hey, we can bring wind, fire, non-elemental paralyze, and healing, you know, very easily into a dungeon. I've always, at least so far, mostly felt that, like, the number of spell slots you can preserve is not... It's not enough to really take a huge advantage of it. Like, in the early game, it's literally one of each spell, and they don't recharge. So, well, and also you need to be promoted anyway, so, you know, there's that. But, even now, we're looking like 3 per... 3-ish per level right now, and that's... like, good for a short dungeon like a waterfall, but you still are pretty limited in terms of, you know, how often you can do that. I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating it or something, but... So the good news is the control from the Beastmaster still works very well on monsters. It doesn't work on everything, but it is like an insta-kill, which is, you know, I shouldn't complain about that. Also, I'm hoping to find if you're wondering, I am hoping to find a summon in here, so I really need Riddy to be up front. I can't remember if there's one in here or not, but we'll start here, and besides, it gives me a chance to talk... Oh, look, it's right there. We could have got this quite a lot earlier. I just didn't notice it. Anyway, fun. The waterfall is, like, not a very large area, but if you just go straight to the objective, or like the, you know, the cube room, it's short. But if you actually have to explore it all as if you don't know the path, yeah, then it's, there's quite a few little side dead ends and stuff there. It's not really like a maze per se, but encounter rate is high enough that can still get you a little bit. Oh, I forgot to go to an inn. I see my limits aren't recharged. Hopefully, this boss isn't going to be super annoying. I believe this has to be Odin, actually. And without even looking him up, if you're familiar with other Final Fantasies, Odin should be weak to lightning, right? Raise his sword. That was the whole FF4 thing. Got to kill him, hit him with lightning before he does his, what is it, Zantetsuken, whatever, the fancy insta-death. I'm not sure how they'll implement that in NES. You know, there's only so much you can do in the base game, but... Of course, now the music's way too quiet. Classic. One song's a little bit loud and throws me off. Nether Blast, 50 damage. See, that's not... for the point in the game we're at, like, sure, it doesn't really cost me a spell slot. But 50 damage is just, it's not enough. And that's Time Elemental. I don't think anybody's resisting it. I wonder if that's boosted by the Blessed Bell, or if time is not included in the all elements. Yeah, and that was basically a useless ability. Just silence someone who doesn't have any magic. That is, of course, the trouble with random statuses. I still think Lightning 2 is, well, not very effective. Looks like melee damage still, as always, seems to be the main winner, breadwinner. Okay, I'm tired of fighting mummies already. Let's get here. I strike without mercy. Yeah, very, very, very edgy. I know. So how you guys doing? Enjoying Final Fantasy still, or are we tired of it yet? I feel like this playthrough has not been as exciting for me. I feel like my group is making it harder for me to enjoy this group. But I am still very much enjoying Renaissance and all the new content. It's more just some jobs aren't as amazing. And, you know, I've been trying to think of, like, how I could salvage some of these classes. I think the Rune Knight might be interesting in a group with better front row fighters, like even just a regular fighter / knight. Maybe a Dragoon or a Death Knight or something. I don't know. I don't think you can enchant monks, probably. So maybe not a monk. Hey there, Odin. How you doing? Right. And as usual, the Beastmaster can't do much. Whatever we've caught, we can summon it. But the Beastmaster's kind of weak against bosses, seeing as their main ability is to control and disable. So Odin should be weak to lightning. Maybe we go for that. Do some cool tricks. Not sure exactly what he will do. I expect he's going to hit pretty hard and then just kill everybody. So we could put Fenrir on to give everyone some, like, auto dodge. Yeah, he hits pretty hard. That's fair. Tanglevine did basically nothing. We summoned a water elemental. We go Shadow Jutsu. So let's see if our lightning enhanced Ash does anything useful. And eek. Probably gonna need some healing. We could also use Golem to reduce damage, but it's not... I don't think it's enough when enemies are hitting you for 300. We could try Ramu. You could try Confusion. I don't think that's going to work. Let's just put some regen on. Hopefully he doesn't hit Lena twice in a row. Well, right, we get a couple dodges, so that helps. 249. I mean, that's okay. I think he's got somewhere around 3,000 hit points, so it's not, like, super excited. I feel like Lena's not contributing very much. Ash is not contributing very much. Rydia's kind of done everything. I mean, I can keep putting Fenrir's on, I guess, so that's good. But there's not much else here. I don't think we can confuse him, but... yeah. So, what are we going to be doing against actual... like, this isn't even a super boss. Like, we have worse bosses coming up. And I'm really worried that I have no solutions. Like, Geomancy's not great against bosses. Neither are Beastmasters. I wouldn't even say the Spellblade is either. I mean, maybe if I had fast for double attacks or something, but we're gonna... I need to make sure... who's got the Power Glove? You can't use items when you're controlling. That's interesting. I think Ash has the power glyph. I think I need to move that down to Lena and Rydia so they can buff one of the melee units, because these do almost nothing. I mean, we can try Ramu, but... Oh, we actually got the stun on touch from the bolt, too. It took quite a few attacks, and it lasted 1 turn. But that's pretty good. Stun touch, if it works. That's certainly effective. But yeah, the Geomancer just has nothing to do. I mean, Ice 2, maybe? I don't know. Oh, there we got him. Okay, I guess he did not have 3,000 hit points. I thought he was a bit tankier than he was. So, let's look at Odin real quick here. That fight was not too bad. I guess the stun touch may have saved us. But he also, like, he didn't do any of his big attacks. Pretty chill. And we might be a little bit over-leveled anyway, because we could have done this a lot earlier. Odin, where you be? 2,000 hit points. I thought 3,000. Still, we cut through 2,000 pretty quick. So here you go. Innate traits: resist paralysis, which he does resist time. Interestingly enough, that's very rare. So that actually means the astral geomancy stuff was really bad on this fight. If I had brought a lightning bolt in or something for geomancy, I guess you can get one in the sea. That would have helped. Or all the way up in sky, maybe. But yeah, it's kind of tricky to bring in the right spell. And the same thing, you could have brought in like a monster for your Beastmaster that has lightning. Maybe a blue dragon would be the obvious one for thunder. Yeah, I mean, it takes some prep, and I feel like I'm failing on my prep. Like, I never bring the right beast or you know, geomancy into the boss fight we're gonna do. So the next area we're gonna go to is Sky, right? We're gonna go fight Tiamat. We've already cleared out the dungeons. There's no more loot. Which means there should be another summon up there. I guess we could look at Odin too. What's Odin gonna give us? Anything? Non-elemental KO doesn't work on bosses. So 2 turns to have some chance to kill everything. In theory, it gives all the team a critical hit bonus, which is decent. And the group resists KO for 1 turn. I still think these charging bonuses are basically worthless, because it only takes effect after your turn. So if the enemy goes before you, then it doesn't matter. And then on the second turn, it ends at the end of the second turn. So I think it's like guaranteed 1, maybe 2 turns of resistances. I guess you could keep spamming it over and over again and you would generally be protected, but it definitely isn't like guaranteed to go before the enemy, so I'm pretty confident there's no priority for those. So, you know, it's like, it's kind of a chance to save your party, but it's not quite what I'm looking for. Right, so if I'm looking for something to bring up for Tiamat, or, I guess the last summon that's not Bahamut. Tiamat is weak to being turned to stone, generally speaking, as a rule. So you could go for that. The other one, I don't know, because it's a custom boss, so I never really remember this kind of stuff. We should be fighting a phoenix, so that's water. So, you know, ideally we'd have something with water and stone, I guess? I don't know. I mean, we can just take the, either Sea Shrine or... I guess we're here. Let's pick up that. Trying to figure out a way to get some value here. So this would give us access in Sky to reduce physical, increase magic damage, and water elemental, which might work against the Phoenix. I mean, boosting magic damage could be good too, but... yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'll be boosted by our bells, so maybe that'll be good. It won't help against Tiamat, but, you know, hopefully it doesn't really matter. I definitely find myself disappointed with the Summoner. I think in most other Final Fantasy games, I get really excited and hyped to get summons and unlocking new summons, because they tend to be really good. In this one, it's like, oh boy, you got a new summon, but it's still kind of lame. You know, when Rydia gets Leviathan and Bahamut, normally suddenly you're just wiping out groups in one shot. It's really cool. Even in Final Fantasy VI, where summons are kind of a bit weird with using Magicite, basically, but they're still very effective, the ones that do a lot of damage. Final Fantasy V, the summoner, once you unlock them, basically wipes enemy groups out very effectively. It's nice to have, like, any element, massive damage AoE. Tends to be really good at group damage. Like, in any other game, I would say against Cerebus, you'd be like, heck yeah, you got Shiva, just kill them all. But in Renaissance, Shiva's worthless. Like, you know what I mean? Like, with a better group, with any other preparation, we could have killed them all 4 enemies without, like, in fact, I think the black shirt would have just done it, right? Like, so, I don't know. Oh, right, I was gonna move, I keep thinking the Protect Glove is self-targeting only, because that is how it normally works. I'm just gonna give it to the Geomancer for now. I'm not sure which spellcaster needs it. Has less to do normally, but so if I didn't waste a turn charging a summon, what could we do? We could just kill everything with the black shirt, or 50-50. Also, the Bane Sword can kill stuff. So, sorry, Summoner, you're not as good as just the vanilla items in the game, right? Do we want to capture a blue D? I mean, that could be better than a water elemental, I guess. Well, we killed him. Let's try again. Well, there's the thunder. Okay. The good news is we seem to heal them up when we catch them. It's a straight Focus Center immediately, right? Yeah. Blue D. We'll try to do some regenerating on the next fight. I don't want to do 15 heal potions. I'm tired of healing potions. This is fine. So, Sky, we've got access... Oh, we already have Lightning. Well, not like it really matters. Lightning, non-elemental, status, Cosmic. This is very much the similar... Almost the same as... in the whatever, the other realm. The Astral Realm. So we get a little bit of free healing, or free-ish healing with Regen. Can't control humans. Just like real life. Just want to see how much Steiner can do as soon as we've got like a power glove. Because we might be doing this more often as I'm struggling with like damage output. The power glove buff on either Ash or Steiner might just be the only really way to DPS bosses down. Because I think our character abilities are definitely not on the amazing side. But I mean, it's nice that you have casting items that can carry basically any group. But it certainly is a negative for... I actually need to catch one of these for completion's sake. I don't have one yet. Yeah, I wish I didn't need to use the generic anybody can do it abilities. Oh, I forgot to have this. I should have had the summoner up front just in case I walk right by. But I'm fairly confident the last summon is on the last floor, just like in the waterfall. Plus, there was the quest from the guy in Corneria that's like at the height. Top and the bottom of the world is where your last summons are. Now we're at the top. Also, we could find some fancy monsters here. You never know. We could just die, you know, that's always possible. Maybe a meteor shower, I don't know. They don't have a lot of hit points, but... Hey! This is spicy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we need to not instantly die, right? So... Physical... And magic should reduce nuclear, which is maybe what we need, because we're about to be killed if he does it again. Well, Steiner's already dead. Great! Didn't even get a turn. My group sucks. My group sucks. So bad. Damage output. Random status. We've got Kieran regenerating. Let's throw... Fenrir is good for physical. Maybe I could have done that first, but... Attack down will also help once we get a couple stacks of that in there. 172 punches the rock golem. I guess the rock golem could go for slow, but it's never gonna work. Also, you can't catch or control the war mech. I did double check, in case you're wondering. I already cast Bubble Curtain. That's 50%, so half damage of nuclear is not too much. Let's do one more pressure, because his physical damage is still brutal. We could go for a non-elemental confuse. Maybe that will hit. Goblin should still do decent damage. Attack down. He's still hitting for like 100. Hey, we did get him with a confuse. Okay, I didn't expect that to work, but fine. Alternatively, we could boost our own magic damage. I think... Is he technically weak to lightning? I never remember. Non-elemental, of course, but it's KO, so he's not officially a boss, right? We really don't have much damage output is my worry here. Power Glove, I think we have to start stacking up, because that's the only attack we've got. Okay, never mind. Odin does KO him. Okay. Well, I didn't expect that. But sure, the war mech is not classified as a boss. So, hey, good job. Good job, Summoner. I guess in that situation, the one turn of charging, not too bad. War mech, where you at? Yeah, regenerative mechanical, but not boss flag. And I mean, we hit him with confuse too, so I guess compared to the summoning bosses, like the custom enemies that are new, he actually doesn't have a lot of resistances. Like, in vanilla FF1, sure, he resists almost everything, including lightning. But with the addition of non-elemental status effects, like Muddle, then we've got an alternative. Okay, well, hey, we killed him. It did cost us one of our people, so that sucks. I also didn't see a phoenix anywhere nearby. Well, let's deal with this first. Can we kill Tiamat? I don't have any monsters anymore because, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the rock golem might have saved us. We're gonna get hit by AoEs. Maybe we just do the same thing where we put on, like, Blink, Modern Blink, plus half damage magic. That's pretty good defenses, at least. But our output is rough. We could go for the limit. I think I lower its physical damage a bit. And... let's see. Tiamat. I don't think it's weak to any element. It shouldn't be. I don't think you can reflect the skills it uses. I wouldn't expect it to work. I mean, maybe just Kate Sifley again. I don't know. Yeah. Apparently, the real value of the summoner is you just use confuse on everything, which is kind of weird that that's like their only good ability. Like, I'm not sure I'm a fan of that being the solution, you know? Might as well try. Nah, the quickest way to kill this is just going to be stacking them. Well, I mean, we could try Odin again. I don't think it is allowed to work on bosses. But hey, maybe there's a bug. $370, that's not too bad. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep stacking Ash up, I suppose. Goblin, maybe? Okay, never mind. It's only got 1,000 hit points. If you're playing on New Game Plus, that would have been a lot more brutal, but we zoomed right through that. Is there no swirlies up here? I should probably have just left and saved, but... I thought it was on this floor, but I might be wrong. Yeah, it must not be this floor. We'll have to come back, I guess. We gotta get all the summons, even if they're questionable. Okay, but the good news is we have all the... I should have saved again, just in case. We have all the orbs lit, but, you know, we still have some other side quests to wrap up. Of course, I go to the town with the longest walk. So I feel like the Mystic Knight has died so many times. Even though we gave him, you know, maximum absorb, the HP is just either that or just luck. Like, just seems to get crushed constantly. I mean, Warmech's gonna Warmech. That's not too unusual, I suppose. I do have a white shirt on someone, so we could go Invis strats as well. Yeah. I have a couple options, but... I mean, I'm kind of wiffle-waffling. Do I want to spam magic items, or do I want to use my custom cool new abilities that we've supposedly learned by being... you know, playing Renaissance. If I just wanted to use white shirt and win, I'd just play the original game. I'm hoping I'm not forced to, basically. Anyway, yeah, we're looking for Phoenix. It's got to be up here somewhere. And then I guess we'll go talk to Bahamut, see how that goes. And there was that weird guy looking for a legendary sword. Wonder if we've found all the swords yet. Can't think of anything else I'd rather catch for the moment. I still have never used his Thunder ability. It just takes too much setup. Yeah, like, why not just use Lightning 2, Ice 2, Fire 2? Now, I will say, at the very least, Ash and Steiner's damage, I think it's a bit slower than the good melee classes. But now that we're over 90... Well, we're about to get 96% on the next level up. But as our... Yeah, if Steiner hadn't died, he would have got the level from the Warmech. You know, they are definitely able to deal decent damage. Like, that's not... But for most of the game, they were a bit, like, weak to mid damage, I would say. But yeah, by the end of the game, they're fine. Like, you know, they're hitting just as hard as... Well, I'm not going to say as hard as a knight or a monk, but... Maybe down from here? The weird corner that no one ever goes to? No. Rock golems? Technically weak to water, but, you know, doesn't... I guess. Sure. I mean, Goblin, I don't use it super often, but it does do pretty decent damage. It's just, you know, you're limited by level 1 slots. It's a very strong... It might be the best level 1 damaging spell, honestly, so... You know, we got that. But even here, we're generally, like... I think it's just... I mean, 500 damage. Sure, the waterfall... With the right... bell and preparation by bringing the right... whatever, reserve element. It's pretty decent. Can we heal? Would have been maybe better to bring... I also didn't recharge them or anything. Would have been nice to bring some healing, I guess. I very much dislike spamming... heal potions like crazy. I mean, this is where we're at, and if we don't, we're gonna get ambushed and die again, and we don't have any life spells or exit spells or time magic cheats, so I should stop being lazy. So maybe it was on this floor and we just missed it? This floor is tricky because, you know, it's easy to get lost, but... There was a weird thief search item kind of hidden in the middle of this floor, so maybe somewhere along here. We'll just do, like, vertical scrolls and then move over a spot. These large random encounters are definitely some of the less fun ones. Although I'll still fight a wizard vamp. They're worth lots of XP. In the final dungeon, Topher, at Tiamat's floor, you know, at the bottom, the big wizard vampires plus whatever they're called, the zombie dragons, they really do give a tremendous amount of experience. Most fights on that floor really do, if you're brave enough to grind down there. Okay, that's the way forward. Which is apparently not where I want to be. Now, if I already walked by the swirly purple thing and just didn't notice it, that'd be pretty normal. This is the last vertical scroll that we haven't done. Oh, come on, Nochos. Nopechos. They're not unrunnable. We just suck. The group is just doing everything they can to be like, nope, we're lame. Encounter rate is brutal, run rate is terrible, enemies just smacking us around. Alright, well, this should just take me back to the lower floor. So what am I doing wrong today? Yeah, okay, I didn't mess up or anything. So I'm pretty sure it can't be on this floor now. The Naga plus water or something like that on the water shrine is unrunnable. I feel like one of the Naga groups is unrunnable, but... Okay, well here we go again, but... You know, it might have been on the Asterix floor, maybe? I didn't check the corners there. If I had the warp spell, we'd just go right back. Man, these ambushes. I think normally they don't bother me too much, but when my group sucks, and I'm getting frustrated already, then the never-ending brutal encounter rate and ambush rate does definitely start to wear on me. I guess that was one of the secret benefits we had when we were going, when we brought that thief along that was dubious of value, we must have, you know, reduced the amount of ambushes by some amount that helped a little bit at least. But today, this is just grinding me down. Should I just reset out? This is insane. Okay, I'm pretty sure I checked everything on this floor, so there's only a couple areas left. I thought I would have seen it if it was on the side here, but... Game. Alright. Clever little hidey spawn, I guess. We did go through all these rooms, I'm pretty sure. I just must not have had the summoner up front, because I was rushing... I probably wouldn't have wanted to do the fight anyway, because we were, like, just barely doing a dive to get gear, and we'll see. So weak to water, assuming we can get out of any of these fights. Is it just me, or is our run chance, like, literally decreasing as time goes on? Like, the more I complain, the worse we get. I need to do some positive reinforcement here. Come on, team. You can do it. I believe in you. So this should be the last random summon. You You should know where the final one is after this, I think. There we go. Alright, Light Warriors. Here. Red Dragons? Not helpful. Like, I could capture it, but fire's not going to work on this boss. Though your predecessors failed to stop the rise of chaos, all hope is not yet lost. I am questioning our capability. I think this would be a group on New Game Plus that might really, really struggle. Like, on normal mode, enemies' HP is low enough that we're doing fine. But if you doubled the HP of everything, oof, oof. Also, we're already dying all the time, so give the enemies more damage as well. Okay, well, there's not really any other prep we would do, I don't think. We've got ribbon, dragon armor. Yeah, we're as geared up as we can get, I think. Okay. Though heroes may fall, their journey need not end, should you possess true courage. Yeah. You're not the one I'm super scared of, but we'll see. Summon, I choose you. Water, we've learned. Also, water does silence. That would be pretty good if it works. And we do have access to water spout, and maybe bubble curtain will be good here. I expect it's more of a magic damage fight than a melee damage. So let's throw on... Maybe we just go for the stupid confuse again. Didn't work. Okay, we got bubble curtain up, should be good. Well, we're resistant to fire, and we're taking like half damage from it, so that's good. So we can thunder, or just attack and see how it works. I suppose we could also put water on Ash and see if that helps him. We also have damage, magic damage up. Well, let's do one magic damage up. And we'll throw a regen on. I think it's good now that we took a little bit of damage, just in case we get hit real hard. But yeah, that magic defense is pretty good. I would say that being able to reduce magic damage by 50%, pretty good ability. Not as crazy as the Dancer that debuffs the boss. But also, we could be runicking the Fire 3s, but like, you know, they're not really doing that much anyway. Yeah, let's try water spout. And I could go Leviathan. Now, that'll put water enchant on everyone. I wonder if that will undo the silence water of water 2 on Steiner and Ash. Like, I wonder if that's actually... Also, I guess these... No, it's probably considered a boss. We probably can't use Odin. 469, 522, another useless fire 3, 377. Okay, we're doing pretty good damage. The water, like, taking advantage of the enemy's weakness to water certainly is good. This should probably kill. I did the wrong ability there. 675. Leviathan for 400. Okay. But it's Phoenix, right? It's back. That's fine. Goblin Punch. Blaze, not even close. Goblin, not too strong. Water Spell, though, 900 damage. Dang. Okay. Well, when you can take advantage of an elemental weakness on a boss, the group is doing okay. That's not going to work against Chaos, because they don't have any weaknesses. So, I'll have a look at Phoenix's stats here, just so you guys can sort of learn, like I'm learning. 2,000 hit points, weak to water. It is innately immune to most things, and it regenerated, so it did die and then come back at 1,000 or something. I think the main problem with Phoenix compared to a lot of the other bosses is it only does fire damage, Fire 3, Blaze, Inferno. Now, Inferno's pretty strong, but by this point in the game, most of your team should resist fire. So even a fully resisted fire, like, you know, just armor that resists fire, is going to reduce that a lot. if you throw in something, because we have some abilities that do like received magic damage decreases, that seemed to completely trivialize the damage output on Phoenix. So yeah, that one was pretty easy. And I'll give credit to the Geomancer. Being able to bring magic damage down is pretty good. And the water damage, honestly, was doing like probably the majority of it. So Steiner boosting with Water Blade maybe helped a little bit. The Summoner, I don't think summoning Leviathan was particularly effective. Although Regeneration was okay. Although, again, a Green Mage could just cast Regen. And then Muddle didn't work. So I think the Summoner was like pretty much useless. But the Geomancer was good. And the melee DPS was fine. Like, not as strong as a Monk, I'm sure, but they're fine. I guess we should look at what Phoenix does. It effectively is a revive. In-battle revive. So as long as Rydia is alive, she can raise the group. And apparently you get re-raised. Now, that might have some utility. I guess if that affects her, I wonder how that would work. Like, you cast Phoenix, anyone who's dead will be revived next turn. Everyone who's currently alive has re-raised. So if they die before the spell is cast, they should come back. I assume that might interrupt the summoning, though. But that seems potentially good. It's kind of a shame it's at the end of the game. And it only matters if you're, like, already starting to die. But, I mean, like, I'm not trying to say these summons aren't strong. It's just, they're too slow. You know, as usual, any random group, you just kill it before the summoner would get a chance. Okay, well, we've got two options. I'm going to go to Bahamut first, but both of these might be a bit rough. We'll see. As we wrap up our side quest. I need to buy some heal potions, so... And I actually didn't use any limits that time around. The limits are decent. I should remember those. I should try. Also, we could try to pick up, you know, a monster. I should probably refresh my secondary Geomancy again. What would I want for Bahamut? He's pretty non-elemental. I mean, that magic damage down might be all we really care about, honestly. So there's the Water Shrine magic damage down. What do we get in the desert? I haven't memorized all these either, of course. Actually, I might not have used the desert ones hardly at all. Shadow Thing, very much like Fenrir. Water Earth. KO. Desert's not going to do it. What about Mirage? While we're here. Maybe you could try to find... It's pretty rare, but there's a monster... they're called fighters, but they're not really fighters. These ones. They have access to Cure 4. I was trying to think of, like, good monsters to bring. And this would be pretty sweet, because that's, like, all the high-level White Mage stuff. But they're pretty rare. Like, you can find them up in this floating fortress, but you don't see them very often. I've never captured one yet. So, like, we could... If we are struggling, I will try that. Because I think that might be one of the interesting options for the Beastmaster. Damage and crit, absorb, darkness. So far, I'm going to say that 50% reduction of magic damage is maybe the best one for boss fights. I will check forest and river here real quick. You'd think I'd remember by now. Healing, KO, non-elemental. Yeah, it's not going to do what I want. River gives us cleanse, no. Drown, no. Rapids, no. Ice and fire, volcano and stuff I don't think are... We don't really need elemental damage. I mean, there's no weaknesses for the next couple bosses, so... Boy, I wish I had Float now, or Repel, or something. We could just cut out these random encounters, you know? I guess we probably shouldn't complain about the extra XP and levels. Our group can use it. Okay, let's go pick up, or at least recharge our water abilities. And I think these are, I mean, the water's not going to help against, it's not like the Phoenix. But pressure's decent, I really think. It's very similar to that dance ability. And Bubble Curtain, also pretty darn solid. I feel like that's a really good one, so... Maybe the Water Shrine is good enough to just be my default late game Geomancy bat reserve. Especially when there's no element to take advantage of, right? If you're fighting a boss where you can do 1,000 damage because they're weak to water or something, sure, but I think Phoenix was the last one of those. Also, this fight always tricks me, it's unrunnable. Alright, King of the Summons. I hope you guys are ready. Because I don't think this is going to be easy. But maybe my group will surprise me. Hey, Bahamut. We're pretty strong. Ah, my child, I can feel the energy flowing once again from the 4 altars. You have done well. Are you ready for your final challenge? There's no turning back. We don't even have exits, so we can't turn back. In the beginning, there was only Cosmos, the goddess of harmony. This is the Lord Dump boss. She created the world and its people, and for a time, there was peace. Fight a bunch of dragons for me. I guess we could capture one of these if we really wanted. I have Blue D, but it's fine. These aren't going to really help us too much against... What do we want to do here? I don't think this is going to be strong enough. Probably should just use Kate Sith. We're going to let the melee DPS them down, but I'm just trying to reduce blizzard damage more than anything. Yeah, Nether Blast is worthless. Cat Rain also apparently not going to do it today. Alright. Alright, so you can kind of predict how this this is gonna go. Maybe we should heal up between these fights. But a darkness in the hearts of men brought the 4 fiends to this world to extinguish the light at the altars of that gave Cosmos her power. I wonder if this lore is from... There's that Final Fantasy, the one with all the chaos memes. It's called Strangers in Paradise or something. It's where you... It's like the Dark Souls style Final Fantasy 1 prequel, technically. I've never played it, but I've watched a few Let's Plays to see what it looked like. I wonder if like the lore dump here is actually from that. I guess we could be controlling them. That might... Is that better? I guess it's a bit better than just one-shot killing them. Because we kill them and then we can use them as well. And we get some extra XP. But yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if this is like canonical FF1 lore or just added in the Renaissance pack, but Cosmos and altars seems reasonable. If I was making my D&D campaign, this is all the deep lore the DM knows that the party literally never finds out. So you have to exposition dump it forced on them. They don't get to skip it now. 200 years ago, the last altar fell and her temple was consumed by darkness, giving birth to chaos, the dark god of disorder. One could say the dark god of chaos. I don't know, punch harder or something. Steiner got that level up, now he's got 4 attacks, and he is swinging Excalibur, so, you know. I don't know, that's just random. These random dragons aren't going to be too scary, but yeah, Ash is definitely not really keeping up in terms of damage output. I wasn't expecting them to. I feel like the Beastmaster is not great. The ability to control enemies is solid, but other than that, I mean, We'll see. Cosmos embedded the last of her power in a special relic and gifted it to the first queen of Corneria, her faithful servant who used it to seal chaos in a time loop. So there you go. Officially a reason for why there's a time loop. The goddess of time, or whatever, gave Sarah's great-grandmother a Princess Sarah, I think it is, right? Yeah, sure. Gas D's. These guys are mean, as a rule. I don't like these guys very much. Put that on. Well, I say that. I should probably do that instead. I wonder if you can Bane. I think you can actually Bane these, but Confuse is probably more likely. Ice didn't do as much as I was hoping. If I had like 2 people that could cast Ice 2, that'd probably be enough. We got double Confuse anyway, and Control. We're good. So yeah, this is where you get to see the Beastmaster. Like, that basic ability to control is still solid. But other than that, I'm not super hyped about their other abilities. But let's do this thing. Oh, there's another one. Hatred gives him power. But this relic alone can break the cycle and end the cycle of... break the spell and end the cycle of death and rebirth. Yet in the wrong hands, it would only serve to free chaos. Alright, I didn't fight any blue bees. Might as well control, I guess. What is it? They are technically weak to fire, I guess. I did learn that at some point. It's weird, because it's not something I normally take advantage of. And I think Confuse might still be better, but... Ow. It doesn't seem like they're weak to fire. I think maybe they are officially weak to fire, but it sure doesn't look that way. When you're doing 60 damage. Maybe they just have a high, like, magic defense or something, but yeah. No wonder I've never really believed that one. Alright, we'll heal up. Sure, certainly that's all. Will Steiner survive a boss fight? That is our question today. Still used 50 heal potions just for a bunch of dragons. We immortal beings, the Astrals, have watched over this world for centuries, waiting for you. Now, Light Warrior, show me that you are ready for chaos. I think he's talking to us. Fourth wall break. It is, in fact, Bahamut. This is the FF3 Bahamut, I'm pretty sure, in terms of sprites. Alright, well, we're gonna summon our friend. We're gonna... I don't know. Silence sure would be nice if you could get him. Stun would be solid. I have a feeling he hits pretty hard as well via physical attacks, but maybe we go for Silence, because the big problem will be, you know, what is it, Mega Flare, the classic, right? So we definitely want to go Bubble Curtain, and I'll put Fenrir on in case he's got a powerful attack. Okay, we got Magic Reduction, good. We got the Blizzard, no big deal. We got 2 dodges for everyone. I think we're set up really well with that. Okay, we got a little dragon to fight a big dragon. Attack. I guess I could limit. I should have limited first, and then I could have used magic and given everyone the water blade, if that's what I was going to do. I could be runicking his spells, but I don't think that's worth it. I should have done this. I'm gonna do it, but yeah, I should have started like that. Let's also put just white shirt, honestly. I should probably do regen. 90 damage, so that's basically nothing. I wonder if... I mean, we'll see how much damage we can do. I should probably be doing some power bumping first, but... I wonder if you can stack Bubble Curtain, like cast it multiple times, if that keeps working. I have a feeling once he gets through his script of all the normal dragon skills, he's going to destroy us. Okay, it's ineffective, so you can only have that buff on once. Can't stack it. Well, let's try to get stun via Ash, maybe something that would help. We can stack damage down if he does a physical. And that's it. So I might save Phoenix, because I might have a reason to use that. We do have a way to heal with Fairy, but it's pretty slow. That's not very efficient. Let's just try Goblin. Okay, he's charging his special attack. Yeah, our base damage is a bit weak, for sure. I should probably have just been doing more power glove buffing, but let's try. So do I want to try Reflect? That's the classic FF4 counter to Mega Flare, but I don't know if we're allowed to reflect it. Alternatively, we could just go, if we die, we don't die. But I think we try the Reflect. I think that'll be fun if it works. Okay, we got it off in time. Okay, Reflect does nothing. Great. So much for that plan, and Steiner was one shot. So it looks like the magic... Actually, I will tell you, we're only alive because of Bubble. That was half damage. The first time I fought this guy, he did like 900 damage to everybody. So you know what? Credit to Geomancy. I'm pretty sure this is the only reason we're alive. So, okay. But now what? I mean, we'll buff Ash a bit, because he's got nothing else to do. I guess it's time for Phoenix, eh? 90 damage. He's charging again. That's unfortunate. Now, we all have re-raise, which is good. See how this works. Oh, did we... Okay, re-raise worked. Saved us. We reflected our own Power Glove. I did not think it would work that way. So we've buffed up Bahamut. We've debuffed him and then buffed him. This fight, it's not going great. It's not going great. I guess that means technically we found a way to use Runic. You just use Runic and then use a magic item, and then you get your 90% damage buff. That's funny. So dumb. I guess you swing your sword. I think it's possible by dying we lose our buffs, at least in some Final Fantasies, so I'll recast that because we might need it. Assuming we get a chance to heal it all here. Yes, we did lose our buffs. I don't think we're winning this fight. Our damage is trash. I mean, maybe we just go for the limit, hope that does a lot of damage. We could try Unicorn to do one more heal, but we're about to get wiped. I guess Phoenix is the only chance. Okay, we got him. Okay. Our damage wasn't as bad then as I was hoping, but definitely not great. Geomancer saved the day with half damage, I think. And Phoenix, of course, was the only reason the other only reason we won. So, I mean, you have to have a summoner to fight Bahamut anyway, so that's just how it is, but we technically beat him on our first try. So I shouldn't complain too much. The group is okay. I still think that's a pretty weak party, but I'll show you his stats. The big dragon does resist basically everything, 2,000 hit points. He does have a pretty powerful attack, he just didn't use it. I think it would have been better for us if he used his physical attack, because we had the Fenrir, protection, so it would have done nothing for a fair bit. And Blizzard, Blaze, Thunder aren't too brutal. But yeah, that Mega Flare is I believe it will do something like 900 damage to the group. The bubble spell was the only reason it didn't absolutely one-shot everyone every time. So, hey, that's fun. And we got him. So, and that means we can do that now. Yeah, base 600, right? So 600 to 1200 base damage. This is kind of insane. Funnily enough, it gives you double XP. So, if you're grinding, now we can grind really efficiently, I guess. Which we might need to, we'll see. Because we still have one more Mega Boss. Which means I think I want to go pick up that water thing again because I think I'm going to need it. Because I'm actually more worried about this next one, honestly, than that one. We are at like an hour in, I know, but hey, we'll get it. Every episode in this Let's Play is just a little bit extra because our group is struggling. Oh, come on, jeesh. It's even worse if you're playing on the NES. Those Cerberus, they don't even do very much damage, but the animation that hits every party member, it's so slow in vanilla. Just chook, 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 and then it's like the next one. And then you fail to run, fail to run, fail to run, and then you get another round of 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. It's so brutal. At least with all the speed ups and stuff, it's not as bad, but... Alright. Now, this might not be the best specific ability for this next Mega Boss, but hey, let's pick it up anyway. If he does magic, we're ready, and I think he might. And technically, Fenrir is really good counter for physical anyway. Oh, these ambushes. Friggin' gators just show up and halfway kill us. Like, I don't remember usually having that problem. I don't know what the difference is, but like, gators, you know, just random encounter and ambushed, and your mages are basically dead in one shot. Like, is that how it always was, or am I like gaslighting myself here? What is the deal? Anyway, if you're unsure why I have another quest left, talk with this guy as a Mystic Knight. Have you seen that wandering swordsman? He likes the bridge to the north. I think he only shows up there. Well, I'm not sure what the trigger is exactly. I don't know if you have to meet him in all of the other rooms where he gives you those cool swords. But I do know that you need one sword in specific to trigger this fight. Also, this is a pretty big bridge, you know. Nah! Smell that sea air. See the way the sun glitters upon so many stones, stretching as far as the eye can see. This truly is. But wait, what's this? Could it be you have acquired the legendary Excalibur? That sword belongs to me. I hereby challenge you to the ultimate duel here, on the greatest of all battlefields. Gahahaha. Surprised, are you? 'Tis no mere swordsman who stands before you, but the great Gilgamesh, master of all blades, come to add that sword to my collection. Haven't heard of me? Balderdash! My exploits are the stuff of legend. I am known across all the realms. Every Final Fantasy must have a battle on the big bridge. Why, just latterly, I was invited to complete at a very famous Colosseum where... Hold on, they're trying to trick me. Well, I've got news for you. The great Gilgamesh doesn't trick easily. Now, prepare yourself. Our duel begins. Probably the longest dialogue of any character in this game. Alright, I love this guy. Sure, we'll summon whatever we've got. We'll limit. We'll... Probably... He's gonna do a lot of physical attacks. I'll do magic first. And because we can go Fenrir. Come at me! Okay, so his attacks should miss a little. He's got Enchant Bio. Oh, it looks like he gets 4 attacks per turn, by the way. In case you're wondering. It's pretty strong. I wonder if I could get him with any of these. No, he actually doesn't attack, right? He's using a special skill of some sort, I think. Maybe we go for silence. Let's try to drop his damage a bit if that works. And I'm gonna put... Silence doesn't matter on Ash. We might need some unicorns later for statuses. Regen is pretty solid. Okay, attack down. He's burned through some of our Fenrir charges. I'm pretty sure the standard evade strats don't work here. So if you try invising and rusing up, it won't actually work. sorry, spoilers. So I decreased his damage, maybe? I can also just increase our armor, but I'm not sure if that works, because it is like a skill attack. Let's do one more, though, because it does seem to stack if it works. And we could recast Fenrir. Seems to be very effective on this fight. 400 damage, 300 damage. Not too bad. He gets a lot of attacks. Alright, let's keep hoping for something good. I might want to start power gloving up. But I feel like we're in pretty good control right now. So maybe a little bit of absorb. A little bit more defense. I'm not actually... I think that's actually a waste. I think we're better off going damage up on Ash and Steiner. And maybe... I don't think you can reflect his thing. That would be kind of funny if you could. Let's just Bahamut up. Enough games. He's mad. 300 damage. Nothing too crazy. 90. Not good. Got the stun off. That's unfortunate. I would have used Unicorn now, but... didn't get a chance. I'm going to keep dropping his attack if I can. Seems like he's still doing enough damage to be annoying. He actually probably would have killed us by now if I hadn't had Fenrir and reducing his physical damage. 1,000 damage Bahamut, okay. But yeah, he hits for something like 400 damage per attack. And I don't know if your armor actually applies, so... yeah, Geomancer definitely doing work with this pressure ability. And maybe Bubble Curtain. I'm not sure how his attacks, like, how it's calculated. Let's... I feel like our regen may have worn off by now. I can't remember. Oh, he killed my dragon. To be fair, the dragon did buy us some time, though. That's good. Alright, Fenrir doing its work. 100 damage is pathetic. We really need to pump... oh, did he get slowed? I think Steiner must have been slowed. One of the... like, the water one can do that. I don't have any way of fixing slow, so... I don't think. It says all status effects. Maybe. Excalibur. What? No! No! That did not happen to me the last time I played. I just beat him. But today we just lived long enough. To have embarrassed myself like that at the moment of my greatest triumph, there is no greater shame. I am not worthy to wield the legendary Excalibur. And you withstood my blade longer than most. I suppose reward is due. Therefore, I shall teach you my secret technique. Wait. I don't think I got this last time because I just beat him. Now it's time. I should be moving on. I'll just open a dimensional portal using the ancient art of... oh, what's that over there? I don't remember getting this. Maybe I did. Maybe you get it when you beat him anyway. But I remember he definitely did not end the battle without me winning. Because I did not... I killed him before he got Excalibur, so... well, also it was a DPS race because he was crushing me. I did not have the time to wait around like this. I didn't have a party that could reduce his damage that much. Geomancy, pretty good. So... cast a weapon enchantment and attack. Now we're talking. Now it's fatigue, but that is actually one turn attack is what I needed. All from the very beginning that's kind of what I needed. Kind of what he was doing there. So fun fight, right? That was pretty good. I think the last time I had a Spellblade, I played on New Game Plus mode where I was testing them out. So I think the boss was way stronger. Because, you know, New Game Plus buffs these guys. And he is really tough. Like, he has more hit points than the Chaos by, like, 4 times. I am pretty confident that his special attacks do a lot more damage normally than what we were seeing today. And he resists everything and all the traits. You should be able to get him with Old if you've got Blue Magic, though, right? But, or Time, Time Magic had the Old spell, I guess. Because that's the classic. In the FF5 one. You can always get him with Old Sword. He likes to age you as well, I suppose. I guess we need to end this episode here. Let me fight something where I can test out my... I'm just going to go to the desert, because I want to show off my new Blitz, because I have a feeling this might redeem the Spellblade a bit here. Maybe. I guess I need to catch something for the final dungeon. Blitz. So this is... It's a random foe. Oh, it could be anybody. Interesting. How good is that? So again, if you had someone who was really powerful, you could effectively give them double 2 attacks at once? Right? Or is it just Steiner makes the attack? So like you give someone else the spell, but you also get to attack? Is that what that's doing? Cast 1 weapon enhancement and followed up with a melee attack. So you don't have to cast it on yourself, but you can. And like these guys are weak to water. Oof. But now, in theory, we have water still in effect, right? So... might die. Of course, he targets... I'm trying to test out whether or not... like, I expect the Water 2 buff would last after the Blitz. It's just... he died, so... we don't get to find out in this fight. Okay, one more fight. Come on. Okay, don't kill these guys. I want some kind of... well, the problem is for Steiner, he already has Excalibur. Basically, he does the same damage because he has super effective against everything no matter what. So how could I tell? It would have to silence or slow or something. Maybe I'll put it on Ash. Just... yeah, if you've got Excalibur, then most of those buffs are actually redundant. Interesting. Yeah. That's kind of a downside to the Spellblade. Because, like, yes, you can still help your friends, but the best weapon, of course, means you don't need to use these on yourself at all. Because, well, sure, you can get yourself the crit chance and the statuses, but... yeah, it's a little bit, I would say a little bit anti-synergistic, because it doesn't give you any benefit when you already have Excalibur. And eventually, at the end of the game, you're going to have Excalibur, right? Anyway, we got to end the episode here. Next time, I guess we're going to go beat the game. The only question is, what secondary do we bring? Which is probably going to be water, given the magic reduction is really good. And what beast do we bring? I know I haven't really been doing pet food much, because it seems to kind of suck. But I'll try to remember. Maybe I'll try to find one of those fighters in the floating fortress. So yeah, maybe next episode when we come back, I'll have a cool guy. I don't know if they still run away super often. I think that might have been level, like, too low of a level or something. I haven't seen them running away much in a while. So at one point, we couldn't seem to hold on to a random beast for more than a turn. But now they seem to stick around pretty reliably. So I'll try to grab one before next episode. And then we'll do our final dungeon. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.